So some things to know about the consonant LE syllable type is that it's only found at the end of a word. It's never a word by itself, like other syllable types often have just single syllables that are that syllable type, but in this one, it's only going to be an end of a multi-syllable word. It's never going to be a word on its own. It always has that pattern. You can see here, consonant and then LE. So let's take a look at some other examples. We have gull, full, tull, pull. There's also dole, bull, zul, and that there technically isn't really a vowel sound that you hear. And if you do, it's more like a schwa, kind of a lazy ul sound, and it blends in with that L. So the E, this is one of the final jobs of, or one of the many jobs of silent E. That E is there as kind of like a marker because every syllable needs to have a written vowel. So with consonant LE syllable type, that E is put there even though we can't hear it. Certainly we can't hear it there. And it's just there because every syllable needs a written vowel, and that's, so it goes here. And it is kind of confusing because I do think that sound, that gull, you know, when you say gull, full, some kids do kind of stretch it and almost hear an O. Like for example, they'll spell FLE as FOL. So this can be tricky, and is it really helps to give them practice with when you hear that at the end of a word with more than one syllable, to get in the habit of spelling it in this way, and it can be really helpful. I know that there's words like nickel that don't follow it, but a lot of them do follow this consonant LE pattern. Syllable division with consonant LE, I think, is the easiest because it's so consistent. Here's what you do. When you see a word ends with LE, go back one, and if it's a consonant, that means it is the consonant LE syllable type. So it's kind of nice because you already see that's the syllable and it's pronounced bull. And then we can look to the left and we already see our first syllable. And what's nice is we know if it's opened or closed because we see that this is where the word divides, and this is open because it's ending, this syllable ends in a vowel. So this is going to say te, swoop that, and this is going to say bull. Sorry it's so loud, extended care is right outside my door. Now let's take a look at this one. Again, I see consonant LE at the end. This syllable type is only found at the end of a word. So I see swoop, I see that syllable, it says pull. Now I can go backward. I see that this ends with a consonant and there's one vowel before it. So I know that that's going to be a short vowel because it's closed in, it's a closed syllable. So this says simple, simple. And let's look at this next type, same thing. I see my consonant LE, bull, and now I can look back and I see this is closed in by a consonant. That U is going to be short, and that's another, because that's a closed syllable, and it says bubble. I'll talk in a bit about the doubling and when you're spelling, how to know when to double it or not. Let's talk about when to double. Let's start with the word little. And when I'm just naturally saying it in its syllable parts, I don't say lit-tol, I say lit-tol. So what I hear is lit, and then I hear tol, and I've learned that. Usually when I hear that, it's that consonant LE syllable type. But take a look at this syllable. We know that when a syllable ends with a vowel, it's usually going to make its long sound. That would make it say little. So that says li. So I know that this syllable needs to be closed in by a consonant in order for that vowel to be short. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at that next consonant, and I know that I need to double it to close in that vowel. So now it's short, it's closed in. So syllable types are closed syllable, and that's the consonant LE syllable type.